just stand here with me a moment. I want to see if you can sense what I'm sensing.
Can't sense anything.
Right now, I can only feel my wounds from battle.
I understand you're in the maelstrom trying to hold on. It's hard to sense the subtleties of change. But it's coming. Mark my words.
What is coming?
The magical
In the air tonight?
energies that flow through the ether into the sanctum grow stronger. I've been locked away from them for too long, but when Tony and I complete your armor, it will be only a matter of time before we retake the sanctum. My mind races with nervous excitement at the thought of stepping back into my great cosmic library to stand in my power once again.
I know you want to do that. I'm excited for you.
Right now, I feel your excitement, and it is inspiring.
Excitement is a contagious emotion, one I'm happy to share with you. I was so used to seeing the future, anticipation became a foreign sensation. Now that's all I feel. When I finally regain my sight into our many possible futures again, I'll finally be able to exhale. Until then, I must wait with bated breath, keeping faith that you will deliver a victory to us.
Hey, I'll do my best.
I hope so.
May the
It seems like it's rough when I'm not part of the team, though, if we noticed, because I'm the only one that can heal, and you have to rely on a lot of lifesteal. I definitely should join with Captain America. I need to befriend you more. I feel like he'd like reading by the fire. See, I'm not fishing, Shadow. I'm reading by the fire.
So, baseball. I have some questions.
Shoot, what don't you get about the national pastime?
What useful skills does it test?
What is the point? A minimal amount of running? Diving into mud? Arguing with a masked arbiter?
It's a game. For fun. You had those, right?
Not for an audience of thousands.
Once this is over, I'll take you to a baseball game.
God, I wish
You
that would
really
be a
have to be
scene.
there
I
to
want to see
appreciate
that
it.
happen.
There is a nearby stadium in Boston.
Nah, your first game should be a positive experience.
Ha.
You'll catch one in New York.
But which New York? Are we talking Yankees or the Mets? Because both could be kind of disappointing. I feel like you would not want that. And I don't think you would want this either, so I'm not going to give you a gift. But he'd love the
Can't
activity.
wait till next time.
Loved reading because he's part of book club, I would fucking hope. He's literally in book club. I would hope that he would enjoy it.
Here, child. We do not have much time.
Sorry, before you talk to me, I just need to cover all of this shit. Oh, sweet. Taunt all allies. Reading about fishing. Let an ally taunt all the enemies, gain 120 block. We'll get rid of one of the tacticians for that, probably. All he is going to be is a tank. You know what? You should have a book club shirt. And I like that you could just have him wear his combat outfit so he could just be dressed like this the whole time. You can wear that. Switch daily. Replace an enemy or ally with a drop. Till next turn. Sure, we'll try it. Fly weak. Get rid of one of the thwips for that. You know what? I like you wearing that. Down for Blood Plus. And we can switch that out for this version of it. I still gotta get used to her cards because I read them and I'm a little like, is this right? Should have an emo kid shirt, this shirt, and sisterhood. I have so much gloss and it's like fucking mostly customization shit. Daily. In the mood for. Wear anything different? His emo kid shirt. Wish there was one for her to have her longer hair. I don't know why. I prefer the long hair of her. That's just me.
We shall be reunited soon. I cannot help but feel excitement.
We are standing in front of each other right now.
Not here, but in the physical realm. You don't need to be coy. I know you are coming.
Rose.
To where exactly?
The Sanctum Sanctorum. The prophecy advances. As much as it will please me to see you, I beg you not to stand in my way. I cannot guarantee your safety this time.
I am to believe you have been protecting me this entire time?
I've allowed so many of my precious children to be sacrificed in your misguided war. I do it because I love you above all my children. But I can't be afforded such luxuries any longer. I have said all I can. It is out of my hands now.
Actually, it seems to be all in your hands.
I wish that were so. But you know the truth. He is closer than ever before.
Who is?
I would not dare say his name in this place. Still, he will bring us together after so long. Is it selfish of me to say that it's our reunion that matters most?
I don't know. Anyway, Spider-Man's healed. That's good.
We will see each other soon, Mother.
Some...
Agatha?
It's all right, child. You have been through so much. Your mother is calling you back to her. Try to break anything that stands between you.
Sometimes I think this caller's protection is all but an illusion. Nothing actually separates Lilith and I. It is just a symbol, nothing more.
Yes, I believe you believe that. You clearly are not afraid to use the gifts your mother bequeathed you.
Damn right.
Does it bother you that she would be pleased with the development of your darker powers?
I will use whatever magic is required for me to win.
Spoken like the hunter, caretaker, and I raised, just as much as the child of Lilith. Just remember, whoever you choose to be, I accept you.
Yep. Thank you. God, everybody's like, I got a book club invitation. I have fucking. Carol doesn't want food in the war room. Shop class when I'm free. I'll attend book class when I'm free.
Hola.
So,
What you've got
how do
there
I
is
look?
The latest in custom alloy, handcrafted, magically protected personal protective gear.
Yes, thanks to the symbiote sample young Mr. Parker recovered, we were able to isolate the alien energy signature that appeared to be causing you so much trouble. With this armor, you should now be able to get close enough to Venom to take him down.
This time without, exploding.
It feels good. Now just get me back to New York and I will handle the rest.
Oh, you are gonna love this.
Hydra enemies can now be
You know, I really-
interrogated. Sure.
Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today?
I'm Tony.
What can I say? Except
Taunt,
you're
quick.
welcome.
Quick jab would be great with her. Cards can now appear with powerful random modifiers. These modifier can be upgraded in the yard for an essence cost. Build the crucible in the yard to add mods to upgraded cards or to re-roll any existing. You're just hurting my brain, but I guess I'll take that and this.
Farewell.
So, how do I look?
The shielding powers of the Vishana.
The new outfit looks spectacular. Just really badass.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
It's amazing what a little teamwork can produce.
Teamwork? Oh, you mean Stark and Strange.
They finally got along enough to make this. I just hope it's enough to stop Venom.
Since sitting here and not doing anything is not an option, I guess we will soon find out whether it was enough.
You don't seem to be too concerned about your own safety.
A few days ago, I was dead. Anything else is an
Yeah,
improvement.
why does it have to wiggle?
Oh, good
I
point.
mean, it is that symbiote
I
stuff,
could
but
discuss
I
this
wish it
armor
didn't
all
have to
day,
move
but-
all around me.
Oh, I know. You've got a date with a symbiote. Don't let me stand in the way. Good luck out there.
The new armor suits you. It looks pretty spectacular.
Jealous?
Incredibly.
Our last encounter did not go so well for me. I really hope this suit from Stark and Strange will be enough.
It had better work perfectly for as much as those two divas bickered about it.
Well, I can stand here modeling this thing, or I can put it to the test.
Better to know sooner than later. I hope it passes.
Maybe a little bit of both. Maybe I'll model it and do it.
What do you think about...
Hey, can I ask a favor?
Skill essence.
Heard about the new armor, Hunter. Can't wait to see you in action.
Heard about it. You're standing right here seeing me in it. Increase to level 11. Ghost Rider deserves that. Like playing with fire. No?
Back again.
Haha, nothing's gonna stop me now.
See, now that's nice.
Hydra won't want to tussle with...
Sure.
Just give me a target.
And Nico's gonna be out because she got her. Oh, and they both did. And Marvel's more important to me. Sorry, Nico.
Why does
I
no one
know.
ever listen to Spider-Man about symbiotes?
Rest easy, Spider-Man. I have dealt with the unknowable before.
Yes, but have you ever worn clothes with their own appetite? I know symbiotic alien goop can seem like a cool idea, but take it from me. Not worth it one bit. The symbiote gets in your brain and makes you do things you'd never ordinarily do.
Ah, yes, the infamous emo hairdo. I wonder why I can't select that. I don't know if that's just there as a joke. I'm not allowed to pick it.
I admit, this sounds uncomfortable, but we both know that a hero's journey rarely leads to a fluffy bed and a good night's rest. The Sanctum Sanctorum falling to Hydra would harm innocence and is therefore worth the risk.
Look, I didn't think I could talk you out of it. But if you feel the urge to eat people, it means take the suit off immediately.
Maybe I want to do a dance.
Do not worry, Peter. If I feel cannibalistic, I will strip down to my undergarments.
When that happened to me, I had to wear a paper bag for a mask. Every time I tell that story, people always wisecrack that a paper bag is an improvement over my usual costume.
No comment.
Et tu, Hunter? Et tu? I guess there's no other way, huh?
Only this suit can penetrate the symbiote barrier around the sanctum.
Yeah, I hear that too. What sits worse with me? The Sanctum Sanctorum is wearing a symbiote. Alien-possessed architecture gives me the extra creeps.
Both Stark and Doctor Strange invested serious time and effort into making the symbiote suit as safe as possible. Magic and science working together is a dream come true.
Depending on who you ask, Tony Stark hasn't always been one of the good guys. Some of his inventions might have done more harm than good. I honestly think that's why he gave us these sparks for free. That's not my theory, by the way, just something I heard on the internet. And from Ileana and Nico. Oh, and I think Strange muttered it under his breath.
Probably.
I was unaware of all of that.
Don't even get me started on Doctor Strange's meddling with the multiverse. But you're right, Hunter. There is no way this could possibly backfire.
If it does, Spider-Man, we will deal with the repercussions as a team.
Or get eaten by a symbiote-wearing Sanctum Sanctorum as a team. Just be careful wearing that extraterrestrial tracksuit, Hunter. Last thing we want is for you to turn against us.
Thank you for your concern, Spider-Man.
Thanks for hearing me out, Hunter.
Perhaps, Aunt, the Spider-Man is correct.
This is not the first time we've used the weapons of the enemy to fight
But it
our enemies,
wiggles.
and it will not be the last. But it is your decision, Hunter. You are the one wearing it.
I do not fear this symbiote. It will submit to my purposes. It is not the first time I have wielded a weapon with its own consciousness and desires.
We agree that this must be done. I have no doubt in your ability, but heed Spider-Man's warning.
Well, I mean, I've been wearing it for a while through all these conversations, and I haven't stabbed any of you.
I suppose I do have a single misgiving,
But,
Hunter.
you know, it'll be fine.
If the symbiote has any unusual reactions to your collar, well, keep an eye on it, and be sure to let me know as soon as possible.
Is my collar going to be a problem? If it is, perhaps there are wards we could apply. Or just make me another one.
Neither of those options would do you any good.
Why can't it go
I don't
underneath the
foresee
armor?
any unintended consequences of mixing the arcane with the alien, but we cannot be certain. Hunter, you must take extreme
Yeah, I'll be
care.
fine.
The threads binding our reality together are inextricably bound in surprising ways. Reckless action and needless risk are the threats we must be most aware of. Now, put on your alien suit.
I'm wearing it.
And go free the Sanctum Sanctorum of Lilith's corruption.
But what if
I do not believe Spider-Man's fears to be
What if I do a
founded, but
side mission?
Nothing is certain. However, if he is right, I fully expect Spider-Man to be annoying about it. So don't let that happen. Remember, if your collar reacts oddly to the symbiote, alert me immediately.
I can't even do the mission, the main mission. I don't have Captain Marvel. She's hurt right now. Maybe we're good enough to try this so we can go get fucking Morbius. We did this a while back ago and it didn't work out too well, but we'll see if we can get him.
I see you've located the doctor. I hope he's feeling cooperative.
Don't worry,
I
it's
think we're all on the
Morbin
same
time.
page here. Common enemy, the greater good. Everyone gets it, right?
Of course. We'll see.
This one's for you.
The kids always said it was Morbin time or something, so we'll see how it goes.
Maybe you should teach me that one.
Now remember, you should have been more careful.
Just realized they all want Spider-Man.
It is too late for you.
Ooh, I like it.
I've been waiting. No one is to blame.
Well, it looks like Morbius is having a great time.
Never seen that before.
Bloodlust is filled. Play it to grant him a large amount of block and cause all its damage abilities to apply counterattacks. All Morbius damage abilities and counterattacks to apply bleeding until he loses it.
You've left me no choice.
Morbius hungry. Morbius hungry.
Get some. Don't blink.
Oh, this is going better than the first time we tried to do this.
It's weirdos like these that give people like us a bad reputation.
Took out like 7 people.
Payback's gonna be fun.
Oh, now we're gonna bleed.
More Hydra incoming.
These things are hardly worthy of being classified as vampires. Not that I'm overly protective of the title.
That didn't stop you from feeding on them.
You know as well as I do, Blade. Your thirst, my hunger. We can only fight it for so long.
Some of us have tried harder than others.
Oh, you think I haven't tried to end this?
I think you don't mind that you failed.
Nice. Oh no, my controller batteries run low. I'm gonna have to find batteries. I don't think I know where any of them are. Luckily, it's gonna be bedtime soon, so I'll find them when I get up tomorrow, but still. Oh no.
Oh, this should be good.
Not my batteries.
My Greek mythology is a little rusty, but didn't the Hydra originally have 9 heads?
Playtime's over.
Good one.
Ow. I like to think I'm getting ready to go to the Sanctum, and then meanwhile we're trying to recruit Morbius. Like, meanwhile, even though Spider-Man was just talking to us.
Maybe you don't understand my path, Blade. I have surmounted one challenge after another just to reach this point.
I know what you've been trying to do since you turned, and it has nothing to do with stopping the thirst.
Where my blood fails me, I have no choice but to feed. But that doesn't mean I can't change at all.
Hate to break up the moment, but we should probably deal with the bad guys, right?
Be my victim! Now let that be a lesson to you.
Watch close.
You know, you're pretty good at this.
Just applying bleed, and this schmuck's back. Wait, why did it make a commander sound? He was a vampire. That's not going to be enough. That's not going to do anything for me.
Try this on for size.
Good job, Spooder Man. And we're all bleeding now.
I do feel pretty amazing.
I have two. That Morbius dudes.
I'll make quick work of that.
There. Ouch. Oif. Pain.
Can't tell if they're brave or just stupid.
God, how many of them do they have out here?
You were born with the greatest gift any vampire could ever hope for, Blade. Your own eyes.
None of this is a gift. Maybe that's what you don't understand about me.
Almost feel like I'm intruding here, but I'm glad you're working out your issues.
Just don't mind me. Spider-Man's here. Hey, how you doing? We're just gonna stare at each other.
That was awesome.
Oh, my senses.
Should come in handy. I'm going for it. Nothing personal, but I think you're out of your league here.
Here it comes.
Just imagine not realizing someone's shoving a giant trash can into your spine. He doesn't even see that coming. Just Blade's like, I'll just push this. He slipped on a banana peel.
I doubt they were expecting such resistance.
Hey, that worked out better than the last time we tried this. Imagine the ally Morbius could bring to the team.
All my work lost.
God, what kind of work, Doc? This is twisted.
Thought he was one of the good guys.
I said he was not one of the bad guys.
Knowledge has no inherent morality. This is science.
Tell it to them.
They'll be fine. Eventually.
What exactly are you doing here, Dr. Morbius?
Research. A gamma serum flows through the blood of these Hydra soldiers.
I unfortunately don't know much of the background of Morbius.
It inspired me to concoct
So I really
a
have no
prototype
fucking clue
sample,
what he is or,
a
like,
serum of my
his
own. I thought it might dampen
his
the
agenda.
effects of the sunlight on my abilities, but its protective qualities were far more effective than I expected.
Whoa. Are we talking...
Daywalker in a vial. Morbius, tell me it doesn't work.
Not yet. The prototype sample needs time to fully mature. But it's gone, along with all my notes. I'll have to start over.
God, you need better
They're back for
defenses.
seconds.
Nah, they have the sample. They want to take out the only competition in town.
Then we shall dissuade them.
Oh boy. Enemy reinforcements will grow stronger, so try to gain early advantage. Defeat them all before they destroy the device. Not good at defending mission.
Cannot allow them to destroy
My favorite.
work. Protect my equipment.
You left out some important details of your research, Doc.
Some things are better left unsaid, but it was all necessary.
Enemies with that indicator are going to attack the device. And Spider-Man's got to move.
This should help. Take that! Here we go!
So be it.
I think you got him.
Nope, didn't want to do that. Hey, buddy, I just decided I wanted to walk over here.
I smell your
Then I end up turning him into some kind of vampire. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know it too well. That's why I'm like, well, I doubt him and Blade ever interacted unless it was in a comic or something. But like, so I don't know too much. Like, other than the jokes and memes when the movie stuff happened. Don't like is this guy's going to attack.
Give the mother my regards in hell.
Fortunately, can't push him anywhere. Can I do this? Got an extra move left. Whatever. At least no one's going to hit the machine, I guess. Ow. So we're in dire need of health. And we have bleeds. So that's not good.
I knew you couldn't be trusted, Morbius. Hydra or not, this is
The work Hydra has done with gamma injections was too profound to ignore.
So you've been using them as some kind of guinea pigs? Sounds a little unethical, Doc.
As opposed to the gentle treatment you and your friends give them.
Big difference.
This can only bode well for us.
Well, I mean, the positive is, regardless of his background, he's an effective partner. Really got shafted on attack cards.
This won't take You're just lucky I'm not ready to feed. Feeling
I like how they're arguing, but they're the one doing a combo move together.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Of course it made you. This guy's gonna hit the machine. I can't do much about it. Blade might die. Yep. Because of bleed. I don't know if we'll be able to hold our ground.
up for another round, I suppose. If my research here can
One
help
more
you
wave
defeat
of enemies
Hydra,
remaining.
and I've removed some of them from the front lines in the process, I don't see the harm.
Heroes usually stand against human experimentation and false imprisonment. Because it's, you know, evil.
Rarely have I ever been accused of being a hero. But you're
Getting real sick of these schmucks.
It is too late for you. A futile effort.
Okay, that was pretty.
God, they just keep coming back.
I'll make quick work.
Now they all want to murder Spider-Man. Help me, Spider-Man.
I smell your fear.
That's fine, I suppose.
I'm up.
Can push. Oh, they're all gonna hurt me. I don't know why I did that, but they're gonna hurt me now. Poor Spider-Man. And this was supposed to be the final one.
I don't think you've changed at all, Morbius. You're just lucky I'm working with the Suns again.
As opposed to what?
Me leaving you here with your experiments.
I killed him, but he's T-posing for dominance.
Maybe we can all hug this out later.
kill you is upsetting.
You asked for it.
It's always upsetting when it's just not enough.
You kissed the mother with that mouth?
Come on.
Time to bleed. These fanatics are always
Of course.
the same.
Of course. I don't have to say the unfortunate part. Can't reach with that.
Let's do this.
Let's see. Are you going to turn into one of them as well?
It sounds to me like they just missed their mama.
At least we got blocked with Morbius, so it's okay. Need to finish this up.
We're on top of it.
Waiting. Your master must be so proud. Now remember who started.
I like to think that Spider-Man was like, this is all wrong. You shouldn't be doing this. And then we just knocked him out. Like, nah, you could just sleep.
Who's next? Your mother.
Your mother. Well, I think we've just recruited Morbius to the team. That doesn't mean we're not done with his little story stuff, because it's like the DLC is all this vampire shit, but hey, got him on the team. He could be useful for certain scenarios.
No further, abomination. Okay, it's cool. Morbius is with us now.
With us?
You would bring a vampire into the Abbey?
Well, he's not a vampire. Not exactly.
If he was, he'd be dust.
He became this way because of an experiment gone wrong, not a bite from a vamp. He's his own master, right, Doc?
If I may, there are few judges of character better than Spider-Man.
Back me up here, Blade.
As much as I hate to admit it, we could probably use his help. This once.
Well, all right then.
Hunter, was it? Thank you for not making a bigger deal about my arrival. I know my presence unnerves many.
You surprised me earlier, and I do not like surprises. But any friend of Peter is a friend of mine.
I am relieved to hear it. You have a wonderful home and a great many resources. I look forward to making use of them.
How do you think you will help?
I am the world's foremost authority on vampire physiology. Blade knows a great deal about vampire rituals, habits, and social order, but he doesn't understand their biology.
Why should that matter?
In a sense, you could say Blade can take a vampire apart, but he can't put one back together.
I do not want to put vampires back together.
Of course not. Let me put it like this. If you understand the structure of an organism, you'll know its weak points, where to push so it falls apart. This is what I offer you.
I love being
Well,
pushy.
I am all for pushing vampires. Off a cliff, if possible.
As long as they don't turn into bats and fly away, that could work.
Gonna need some cliffs.
I see you really are a vampire expert.
I think you'll be happy to know that I've actually already started researching vampire biology.
That sounds like good news.
Unfortunately, I also have bad news. I've been tinkering with a prototype gamma serum that suppresses the effects of sunlight on vampiric membranes. The vampires have taken that from me.
Then we must take it back.
That is why I'm here. And I would love to get back to that research. Unless you have further...
You're free to go. I don't need to
Ready,
ask right
Vincent.
now.
Happy...
Oh, now we have Morbius. Ooh, this one gives him a nice big old cape. I do like the classic, but I like this.
Time for book club.
Meet you there.
I'll walk you.
Thanks. Another day for book club.
Wasn't the first time I've read The Art of War, but I prefer this
Looks like we're all
I don't
here.
even think I read it.
Grab a seat and let's get started.
I am ready.
The Art of War is one of my favorite books, if not my favorite. Can anyone guess why?
Because it's not just about fighting, it's about how to conduct yourself when in conflict with others.
Carol gets it. For quite a while, all my interactions with people involve some form of conflict.
Interesting.
This book laid things out for me. Help me understand you don't always smash yourself against a problem face first. You must understand your enemy before you can hope to defeat them. Hunter, you get this more than most. You understood Lilith, which led you to discover her weakness. With that came her defeat.
That is what Nico and the others are trying to figure out.
That goth night thing?
Emo kids, actually.
Yeah.
Whatever. Nico's magic nerd night. My point here, until we know what game Lilith is playing, there's no way we can break the rules. That's the only
I think
way.
Wolverine would like book club.
So the favorite book of a half-vampire was written by Master's son.
I'm the Daywalker. Of course it is.
Carol, what stood out for you?
The chapter about flexibility in warfare. Yes, it presented distinct
Hard to say.
situations, but at its core, it promoted a philosophy of adaptability. This is a subtle but key difference from the Kree
Book
war
club with the
manuals
Hulk.
know.
I want to see what he likes.
Those manuals lay out how to overcome every possible contingency. Because Kree commanders always expect an answer, exceptions can flummox the ones who let the rules think for them.
I have not met a Kree commander, but humans are just as capable of rigid thinking.
Oh, of course. I think that's what the text is working against. The Art of War encourages fluidity of thought. The variations presented in the chapter on flexibility are examples, not rote technique.
And that's how wars are lost.
So I've been dying to know, what is Captain America's favorite part of this book?
Glad he's
After
wearing
this
his
read,
book club shirt.
Everything he had to say about deception and warfare.
Ooh, explain.
Wait, what used to be your favorite?
Discussions of leadership. There's a lot of good stuff in there. I've long since internalized all that worked for me and examined what didn't. But convincing your enemy that your greatest weakness is your most powerful strength.
Or the opposite, that your strength is a vulnerability?
Exactly. It struck me, especially regarding our conflict with Lilith. So, what's our greatest strength?
Lilith has no allies, just thralls. She is alone in this fight, but we are united.
Are we? The greatest scientific mind I've known, sorry Tony, just defected to her side. What's to stop any of us from doing the same? I don't have an answer to the question I asked, but I plan to do what the art of war suggests. Learn her weakness. Adapt as the conflict evolves. Keep Lilith guessing. And above all, think.
And that'll do it.
Great. So what's
Like
our
that I
next
didn't
book?
have anything to say.
I told Carol she could pick the next one.
I decided on volume 32 of the Kavat Koth.
The what now?
It's a cross between a legal text, a spaceborne invasion defense manual, and one of those sagas that Thor seems to love.
Okay, then.
I promise it's not a heavy read. I thought it would be a good companion to The Art of War.
See you all next time.
Well, it seemed like it went well.
I didn't know what I was getting into when I signed up, but I'm glad we have books.
I just want to know who made the shirts.
I just came for the punch.
It's fantastic punch. I learned how to make it in the war.
It has been around that long? I thought it tasted funny.
Hydra spent the war trying to steal the recipe, but the best they could come up with was the Red Skull Punch.
Wow.
Still got it.
I'm nervous about my book. I don't know how much of it will translate. Not the language, the ideas.
If it teaches me how to swear in Cree, I am in.
You don't need a book for that. Just hang around the war room when I'm running maintenance checks on Central. I think you'll like my choice. Give it a shot. That's all.
I mean, I
I'll
don't
ask.
know if I can just read it, but I mean, I'm doing my best. Look at this punch. I think those are just images inside a Red Bull.
That went better than expected.
Captain Marvel seemed quite impressed with your selection.
No, she didn't. Did she? No, you're just messing with me.
The book she chose? It sounds like the Cree version of the book you chose.
You think so?
I know so.
Huh. That went way better than expected. That's all for now.
Time to
That
go.
is it for me.
Later.
Revealed new abilities. Relentless Plus for Blade. This hunger thing isn't really working out too well. I think I'll just give him another quick strike. Try gain 1 resist or generate 1 heroism at the start of every turn. When play a card, 10% chance to generate symbiote bind, limit to 1 at a time. Is there an explanation of what that means?
Hunter, hello. I know I've asked a lot of you recently, dear.
If it were not so good to see you again, I might think you were taking advantage of me.
Hunter, you certainly are the product of your environment. Between Sarah and I suppose we're just lucky you didn't turn out more cynical. Besides, this might be interesting. Now that the altar is in working order, we just need to reignite my cauldron.
How interesting can that be? Your cauldron was always churning with some concoction in the old days.
Yes. And how do you think that was possible? It's not just any
With butter.
flame we're talking about here. Maybe you've heard tale of the demon fueling the forge? A fire-breathing demon, no less, blazing as hot as the flames of hell itself. Fortunately, I'll only require a single ember.
I can see where this is going. How do I find it?
I've enchanted this vessel to protect you from the ember's heat. You should be able to get close enough to retrieve it through one of the old mine tunnels beneath the forge.
I have seen the tunnels. They were here before the abbey.
I'm not surprised. The tunnel may lead close enough to the heart of the forge to retrieve an ember.
I'll get around to it, I suppose. Just want to do more missions to get us abilities.
You are the best girl. You know that, right?
Good Charlie.
Anything else on your mind?
I'll talk to you later. But let's... Hey, Blade.
Blade, are you actually comfortable with Morbius living here?
Comfortable? I'll never be comfortable around that monster. But if I'm being generous, he could be useful.
If this was a mistake, let me know. We will do whatever you think is best.
Hey, I don't want that responsibility. If this goes south, I'm not taking the blame.
What exactly is your history with Morbius?
I don't like getting into that.
But the two of you have fought before. What makes you think we can trust him now?
I never said we could trust him. If that man loses control to his bloodthirst, I'll end him myself. But the vampires are using his experiments against us. We need him to clean up his own mess.
So Morbius is just a tool to you?
Call it whatever you want. I call it practical.
Makes sense.
I wanted to talk to you about, actually, let's go someplace else. It's a little personal. I wanted to talk to you about book club.
Oh? Having a good time?
I'm having a great time. Always good to flex the old
Oh, I'm glad
brain
he's
muscles.
enjoying himself.
I need your advice, though.
What kind of advice?
It's about Blade. I get the feeling that all of book club is just his roundabout way of getting to be friends with me. I mean, I'm touched. He seems like a good guy, but shy. So how do I tell him I'm totally cool with being best pals without scaring him off? Got any thoughts?
Captain America doesn't realize he likes a different captain. You know what? This is the one time I want my light point.
If you want to be friends with Blade, just tell him.
You really think I should just lay it out there?
You guys can fight hordes of bloodthirsty killers and not bat an eye. But you want to tell another human being that you enjoy their company and you forget how to speak.
Different skill sets, Hunter. But I'm always looking to improve, so thanks. I'm up to the challenge.
I wish I could be more helpful.
Please, you've been more than helpful just listening to me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go catch up with my reading. I'm a couple of chapters behind.
You should have time to read.
I can tell.
Watch it. No spoilers. I gotta say, I'm loving our current book.
Look at you. You've made so many friends with book club. Hey, Captain Marvel's healed. Hopefully Spider-Man might be injured still. Oh, Steve Rogers wants to talk. Yeah, I'm free.
The Mirror Table, our pulse on everything Hydra, really brings an Avengers Tower vibe to this place.
It has been useful. The Abbey always harbored great resources, but Stark and the Doctor have enhanced its abilities tenfold.
Don't get me wrong, Tony and the other Steven are great. But I believe in giving credit where credit is due.
I don't have any credit.
You've also been doing your fair share, and I wanted to let you know that it hasn't gone unnoticed.
I could very well say the same thing about you, Steve. You are a natural-born leader, and the team has improved considerably since your arrival.
See, this is what I mean. You have the real potential to instill confidence in others.
Is it confidence or just like horniness?
Superpower. They say a good soldier should always trust his gut, and if my gut is right, and it's almost always right, I think you have a destiny beyond just defeating Lilith.
And what destiny is that?
Baseball.
Keep playing it straight with me, Hunter, and maybe I'll trust you enough one day to tell you.
Level 1 with American Captain.
What is it like to have a... Hey!
Dark Balance.
Can I ask a favor?
I could not have predicted this outcome, but it is intriguing. The shielding powers of the Vishanti on the Faithbreaker armor will make the hunter nigh indestructible.
Do this first.
So, how's the whole saving the world thing going?
And look at Tony in his tank top today. Tony's feeling fresh.
Got some upgrades for you, hot off the press. Or forge.
This one here. Let's get the gain a counter, because that'd actually be really good. And we'll give him a quick claw so I can just boost his
Please tell me
the other
it's
one.
not another amulet.
And this will give us essence and a book and a
simple
blueprint.
object. Come back tomorrow, Hunter.
I'm here if you need me.
Well, Morbius, I might as well work with you.
Caretaker could have at least
Stone
left you
objects
there.
do more damage.
No pain, no gain.
Strike does more damage. I'm all in for it.
This will make a difference.
Just and a counter. I'm in. I like the idea that somehow Spider-Man's head is improving his senses. And it has lifesteal? Sure.
Now,
Perfect. You need to heal.
Thanks, Hunter.
Because I'm going to want you soon. Don't have any money. But we can eventually get that. That'd be good.
Just twiddling. Bye.
So Spider-Man's not available, so that means we can't do the next... I think the next story mission, because we need Spider-Man. I think it was Spider-Man and Captain Marvel was needed. Let's defeat turned Hydra. Let's do this for an intel cache. Three enhanced abilities. I don't even know if that's if I could. All right, I don't want to bring Captain Marvel because that will cause it to get hurt and we're going to need it. So I think Dr. Spooky's got to come with us. Let's move. That's a mission with a hero combo in your hand. Bring Deadpool along just because he could use some better cards, and Morbius. This is a weird combo, but I really want to try to get more cards for them. Put this on your fridge. You got Doctor Strange, Morbius, and Deadpool. What a weird trio.
Maybe you can give them a lesson they won't forget.
That shouldn't be an issue.
With extreme prejudice.
Look how swole I am.
Prepare yourself. The light shines on the most dutiful.
Step right up. Test your strength.
Just wait until we get that story missions going. We get Wolverine on the team.
Something.
How about a bit of teamwork?
A most formidable duo.
Bad luck for you, friendo.
I'll get rid of her so she won't like create any of those vampire creations. I think Morbius and Deadpool did a good job there. And of course, Doctor Strange's combo attack, as well as his buff.
That just healed yesterday.
You haven't been in a fight for a while. What healed? He cut his finger trying to make like tacos or something.
I didn't get a checklist or anything, but so far, so good.
No one is to blame but yourself.
You know what? I'm happy Morbius on the team. He's actually been pretty good so far, even if it is his second use.
Only bode well for us.
Insert catchphrase here. Right in the moneymaker.
And of course, you turned into a gross schmuck.
Be my victim.
Watch closely. You've been deceived by Lilith, and it may very well cost you your life.
Ow, bleed. Bleed hurt. I kind of wish that there was some lifesteal moves for Deadpool. You know, he does regen.
You won't break my resolve that easily.
You know, he should have like Wolverine-esque style heal moves,
We'll
but
have to deal with a few more, I'm
I feel like
afraid.
that might break him, but I don't know.
I doubt this will take much longer.
By the will of the old god.
Allow me. I should probably feel bad about that.
Nah, you're fine. Nothing to feel bad about.
Spirit?
You've left me no choice.
Interesting tactic.
Don't worry, Deadpool's signature move is stack of newspapers. Quick, throw a stack of newspapers at him.
Mucho gusto!
All these Hydra people buffed with all this shit, and they never thought to be protected from some paper cuts. You know, the most dangerous attack.
I think we're all feeling good about this one. Yes?
Not bad. Not great, but not bad.
Hopefully they learned their lesson, but we all know that's wishful thinking.
This game's fun though. Like it's basic, but and it can take some strategy. But like, I just having fun being a hero and beating them up. Like, good or a bad game, as long as the beating people up is fun. That's all I care about. That's why even like Gotham Knights, it was shitty at times, but I enjoyed being a hero, just punching the shit out of people.
Would you rather fight 5 times?
I'm glad Tony
I
and
really
Steve
wanted to know what he
worked
was going to say.
together. It's imperative we get the Sanctum back.
I think
It's
Doctor
time
Strange
to
were
go
the
get my
ones that we don't have. Right, so Doctor Strange, Deadpool, Doctor Strange. I mean, I guess Morbius if he was here.
Hunter.
Venom's not gonna know what hit him.
You are.
Ugh, reptilian blood tastes terrible.
I feel like he'd like stargazing. Feel uncomfortable with you this close.
How do you celebrate holidays at the Abbey?
When I was young, we took them as an excuse to feast. We should do that again. Do you have a favorite holiday?
Oh, I appreciate Halloween.
You enjoy dressing up?
The opposite. Halloween is one of the few days each year where I don't have to dress up to blend in with the crowd. The candy isn't bad either.
When you are at the Abbey, you do not have to hide who you are. You are free to wear whatever you want.
Not whatever I want. Tony was very upset I tried on one of his suits without asking.
No. Would you like a music box, a little girl's dream? I don't feel like this feels like something for Doctor Strange that he would like, because he keeps calling himself a Supreme Pizza.
You have outdone yourself, Hunter.
Did he only just come out of my right ear? What the fuck?
What if it's all...
I didn't know Morbius had the ability to project his voice in different ears. Spider-Man's good. Nico healed. That's good. Now we might actually be able to do the story mission. And everybody's got me. In a video game, do I wake up and everybody's inviting me to something?
Hey, Hunter.
Oh, you are gonna love this.
This might come in handy. I can't tell yet, but we'll try that.
Got more coil for me? Sure thing. I'll get started. Genius inventor strikes again.
Enhance with four heroism plus 20. Gain 1 counter and 1 resist. That's actually pretty good. Use both. Man, I need 175 credits. I don't know if the best way to get credits are just the missions, or if they're out or the abbey, like looking around, exploring nonsense. Because I'm like, God damn. Because it costs money to do the training with people too. Maybe I shouldn't do it every day. Because I think it costs money every time I use the yard. So, probably hurting me in the long run.
Let's do this.
Like when I do sparring and shit.
An enhanced spell.
I feel...
Later.
I miss it out in space, Hunter. It's less complicated.
The closest to the stars I have ever been was studying astronomy and astrology.
It's quiet between galaxies. No demons or aliens. Just you and the cosmic wonders. If I took you up there, what would you wish to see?
Dealer's choice, Captain. I would like to see what you recommend.
Definitely a supernova, then. We'd have to wear special suits and goggles and be parsecs away. The colors, the sheer energetic release of watching a dying star go out with a bang.
That sounds cosmically epic.
I am not doing it justice. I really should have sent a poet. Assuming we survive your mom's reign of terror, I think I can arrange an intergalactic getaway.
How could I possibly say no?
Oh,
A
man.
little extra motivation to stop Lilith never hurts. I can't wait, Hunter.
I want to go on adventures.
Hunter?
I saw the new armor, Hunter. One word. Slick.
Slick. It fucking like wiggles on my body, but thanks.
Hunter, hey, listen. If you need any chafing...
Hey, can I ask a favor?
What's up, Iron Man's?
Thanks, Hunter.
You know what? I will compliment you.
You truly are a soldier of the finest order.
I credit everything to the team around me.
Good. I was hoping for something to
I
do.
did my best.
Great intel. That
Don't have the money
got
for
some
war
ops
room
ready for you.
upgrades.
If I had time, I'd take care of these myself, but I have been accused of hogging the ball before.
Go for it.
I'll make it my highest
I
priority.
probably am gonna need him too, I bet. Well, we'll see.
Stay out of trouble.
Should just be me, Spider-Man, and whatever, right? Yeah, I kind of fucking figured I needed Doctor Strange as well. I must have misread some. Well, guess we're doing another side mission. Operations Assault. This will help with credits. Raid a site where Hydra supplies are stored in self-destructing chests. Great. And magic's a part of this crew, huh? I like that the music cuts out. Ah, fuck. It's gonna have probably a lot of different people involved. It's hard not to bring Morbius for this, because he can also hit a lot of different people. Oops. They want Morbius. I know Storm will be great. We gotta get Storm some cards. You know what? Let's try something crazy. This might suck. The only issue with this team is there's no healing. Morbius can heal. Himself, at least, with lifesteal. And there's no defense on this team. Nobody's getting block. Even though it's going to be a fight against making sure those crates don't blow up. Captain America, give it all you got, I suppose. Doesn't hurt to get Captain America some more cards. Recover the contents of the blue storage crate. Defeat the enemy holding the key cards. They will blow up.
We've stumbled on a Hydra unit unloading some of their stolen bounty.
Red. Blue. Yellow.
You'll have to move quickly if we're going to recover any of their equipment.
That won't take long.
Storm and Magic are both kind of squishy, so let's take Magic off.
Happy to help.
Take Magic's threats away.
Still looking at me.
It's the best I can do for now. It's better if you quit now.
Someone order a knuckle sandwich?
That will do.
There's something about Captain America charging you. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
The forces of nature conspire against you.
Wow, I'm glad you're on our side. Target confirmed.
Ready?
Well, I didn't ask. Meanwhile, we made Captain America a tank with a bunch of block that they can at least hit him a bunch before they finally do health damage like that. Which was nice.
Aren't through with them yet.
Man, there's a lot of them. I don't like that big guy, especially with Frenzy.
We will be through with.
They've armed one of the crates.
I need to get the yellow guy.
If you don't get that key.
Face your end.
Everyone go flying. This is an interesting team, but I'm hoping it'll keep working.
Survive another encounter with me.
You've secured one of the crates. See if you can't get the others.
I am ready.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Rude.
That is worse than
Now
basic.
I'm vulnerable. Well, we didn't take out as many as we wanted, but we had to rush for that so it wouldn't blow up. Now I'm a little worried, because we're kind of falling apart.
You're making me angry.
Brace yourselves, people. Company's coming.
Serve her with honor.
Yeah, you gotta make him frenzied as well.
Situation.
Another of the crates is armed to detonate. Get to that key card.
Schmuck with the red one, him.
I'm on it.
Just punch him out.
You are asking for it.
Yeah, I love this Storm outfit.
You've secured one of the crates. See if you can't get the others.
Ah, fuck, I don't really have much I can do to these guys.
Once
Boop.
again.
Bonk.
I'm going in.
And the frenzy guy? Yep. And him. This is gonna hurt. Oh, Captain.
Not gonna be that easy.
He's injured. No.
Taking the shot.
Not the cap.
The elements bow to me.
Nice work. Hope they're ready.
Oh, Captain America's gonna go
Whatever
down.
works for you.
Still holding my
Unfortunately.
Enemy unit on the move.
Unless they all, somehow don't do any damage, but this is not gonna go well.
Targeting systems active.
The only person I don't think that's been touched is Storm.
This situation.
Another crate is armed to blow. You don't have much time.
Are you prepared?
Very effective.
Of course. I hate when that guy puts frenzy on people. I'm really bad at keeping track, and it just is a pain.
the last crate. Wipe out the remaining Hydra forces, and let's get you home.
I don't trust any of this.
I will deliver you from her grasp.
As they say, it gets the job done.
Do anything to them. Oh, shit.
Don't expect me to run. That's not good.
Oh, we might not be able to, I don't know. He's too dangerous. And he's healing. We're not doing the damage.
I am out of the fight.
Nothing else I can use, and these attacks are poop.
You shouldn't try. You'll only embarrass yourself.
I'll head.
Frenzy.
You were dead.
Ah, we're screwed.
Let's try this again.
Ah, you're killing me with this. It's just gonna hurt me after 2 cards are played again.
This will have to do.
I think you got him.
No, he's perfectly fine. He's going to attack us, but I don't want this guy healing or causing any more issues.
Good work.
Magic might go down, or he's going to attack Captain America again.
You just made my list.
Oh god, I just saw the inside of Storm's face.
We will not fail.
Well, this started off good, but this is kind of going south.
We should have brought a med kit. We've got to stick together. I must be doing something right. Here we go. Can't seem to lose them.
Tracking movement.
Shit was enough. Nope. What is this? Will this do enough? This will at least get rid of him.
That's some move.
And Captain America's got at least 100 block on him.
Been waiting for this. Situation is under control.
Only attacks on that.
They need to tap out soon. Let's settle this. It's nice of Lilith to keep restocking the practice dummies for us. I don't think they even realize the trouble they're in.
I don't think they do either.
Forever in service.
She won't fight me.
Might need a hand here.
Except to do frenzy. I wonder if I can just keep pushing him over and over. Then he won't be able to attack if he's stuck in frenzy mode.
Never surrender.
No, he just does it anyway. I say that'd be broken.
Getting a little woozy here.
I call to the elements.
Wow, I'm glad you're on our side.
That was rough. It started out okay, but I definitely knew it was going to get overwhelming.
Hydra won't be receiving.
Especially with that crew. Because it doesn't have many quicks and chain attacks, so it was really a risk. That's why I like having Wolverine or Blade or even Spider-Man or Morbius. Because a couple chain attacks really is nice. But I thought maybe Cap's AoE will be okay.
Would you rather fight 5 tiny Deadpools or a single giant one?
Alright, got book club again. Probably do one more mission and then what time is it? Almost 2. Probably have to call it.
Hey, can I ask a favor?
Couldn't guarantee that I could do that, so no.
You know, this isn't the first time Hydra's turned to the occult. Back during the war, Baron von Strucker tried just about everything to get a leg up on the Allies. I remember Project Lazarus, when he tried to create an army of undead Nazi super soldiers.
From everything I've been told, these Nazis were already monsters to begin with.
Some of the worst I've ever fought. Even so, to be a soldier, brought back from death, forced into an endless fight, never to rest. It's almost unimaginable.
Really?
Well, I suppose you're right. We both find ourselves called back into duty in the middle of a long war. The difference is we have a choice. No one's forcing us to pick up our shield or sword when the call to battle comes. It's a decision we make for ourselves each and every day.
One thing is certain, Steve. Regardless of the century, you are an honorable man.
I'm just trying to do what's right. But thank you, Hunter. That's kind of you to say.
Oh, you are gonna love this.
Do that one.
Got more coil for me?
Damn right.
What can I say except you're
Just
welcome.
all allies while in hand gains 1 resist each turn. That's not bad. Knockback with a kick. Go with the new ones.
Always a pleasure.
That could actually be pretty good for both. That kick does some damage. That's like 37 damage for a kick. on top of where she could send him through a portal. Not bad. Get rid of one of these crushing blows and put that on.
No pain, no gain.
Haha, nothing's gonna stop me now.
Cannot use moves. That would suck. Let's get you healed up, Cap.
See you around.
Easy enough for the Sorcerer Supreme to handle.
Get it, you're a goddamn supreme pizza. Modded ability rare. Let's give it to... Well, no, we need Spider-Man, I think, for this, too. Ghost Rider.
No problem.
I'm here if you need me.
Magic enemies have a chance to become available for interrogation when KO'd in combat. I don't know what that'll do for us, but let's get it.
Looks good to
Might
me.
give us more intel so we can keep running ops to give them more ability card thingies.
Stay out of trouble.
So that's pretty good.
I'm almost getting used to seeing you on your feet again. Almost.
Right. Oh yes, this is why, because we needed like everybody for this mission. Let's get on with it.
Still no sign of Venom. The Parker boy really came through.
Even with his disappearance, his pet symbiote has unfortunately not given up its taste for my sanctum.
Neither has Hydra. They've upped the guard again, which I didn't even think was possible.
This symbiote creature has had a stranglehold on us long enough. It is time to strike.
Are you sure that thing is safe?
Well, we didn't exactly have a manual, but the science and spooky bits are sound.
You should be well protected.
It's a big risk.
So is leaving Lilith in command of the Sanctum.
You're both right.
But I bet you have another option. Sorry, didn't mean to spoil your moment.
A frontal assault has too many variables, but there's always the hole.
The back door. Of course. I know the risks, but at some point we have to start believing in each other. In ourselves. Your design will hold.
We will never let you step into battle unprepared.
Besides, what was the first rule of demon hunting you taught me? If at first you don't succeed, stab again.
Aw, you think Reed and Sue have such heartwarming moments with Johnny and Ben?
Well, of course, the first team to go out will be me, Blade, and Captain Marvel, which shouldn't be a bad group. And then later, it's me, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man. That one might be a little weird, but we can see how it goes. As long as I'm in the party, it shouldn't be too bad.
I like your optimism.
Thanks. I have a good feeling about this.
I wish we had more time to test Strange and Stark's monstrosity of a creation.
Dude, look at my ass.
Out of the picture, even temporarily. We need to strike now while we still have the chance.
I agree. Now is the time to strike.
Look at my ass.
That is some messed up wallpaper.
Must have got hungry without Venom around.
Evil consumes everything, even itself.
Ready for round two.
Tempting.
What is that?
Old magical graffiti? You tell me.
Not the wards. That.
Caretaker, tell Strange we found a way back into his sanctum.
Finally.
Oh, and one more thing.
We are not alone.
When are we ever? Purge the symbiote. Defeat enemies to acquire the Purge symbiote card. Purging it will immediately summon additional reinforcements. Purge the symbiote from all 3 pillars. Great, so I should make sure I use it when the time is right, not to just summon more on top of me. Got it. And only Hunter can use it. Adaptive.
You've proven that the Faithbreaker can smash through that symbiote. Now you'll just have to do it a few more times. Oh, and try not to bring the roof down on your heads in the process.
No promises.
I think I can hear Strange grimacing through the radio. Don't blame me. Should get the blood pumping.
It's about time.
It's got everyone Shadow loves. Captain Marvel's here, Blade's here, and my weird wiggly body suit is here. I'm gonna waste it on just one guy? Not really. Hate this big fucker.
I'll lead, you follow.
This guy's always a pain with his status ailment, so I want to weaken and get rid of him as soon as possible.
Good effort.
Forever in service.
Rude. Unnecessary.
Here it comes.
And he's a cloaked
paltry
bitch.
attempt at concealment.
Party's about to get a little bigger.
Hydra sure does get around. Are we sure they don't have a limbo portal too?
Take this.
That's a neat trick.
Which arm are you guys again? Arm D, B team, third string.
Power up. I see you.
Time to bleed.
So that's how that works.
We have a lot of redraws. Oh, hi there. I just kind of went inside him. There's still way too many people that I really don't like it. Ow.
This
Ow.
is getting old.
Don't shoot me. He shot me.
think
That
that
did a
would
lot of
stop me?
damage. Holy shit.
Moving into position.
Well, he bled to death. He got his shot in.
Almost a shame Stark and the Doctor aren't here to see their little project in action. The Faithbreaker will finally purge Venom's foul corruption from the Sanctum and the city.
Hail that.
See, now you're seeing what I want.
And I thought Man-Thing was ugly.
What's this? Tell him who sent you.
That's the Man-Thing was ugly. He's gonna bleed, but he's still gonna hurt me probably before the bleed. Yeah, kind of a dick move.
You're still not ready to give up?
Kind of a dick move if you said, well, now he bled.
It's too bad those gloves won't work for anyone else. We'd love to see Carol, Captain Marvel, knock those tendrils to Sakaar.
Aw, Blade. Such a sweet talker.
Indeed. For now, leave the Faithbreaker to me.
So we'll summon reinforcements, but just get one of these out of here.
Despite all the advances of the future, at the end of the day, it still comes down to me punching
All this future stuff.
Some things
Still
never
punch.
get old, kiddo.
Can't help it. Be careful not to get overwhelmed. Everybody and their mother is gonna go punch Captain Marvel right now.
Not bad.
Positive side, she has counter.
Sensors aren't picking up anything surprising.
What did you expect?
Don't mess with me.
That's realistically what would happen. Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
This is just a slaughter.
You should have known better. You just made a big mistake.
She's dazed, but not before taking out a lot of them.
Hydra will just keep throwing warm bodies in there until you're exhausted. Try and focus on the symbiote, not the soldiers.
You have earned this.
That's one hell of a move.
Now I gotta focus on the symbiote. I'm trying. Can't do it or we're gonna keep getting overwhelmed.
The advantage is mine.
Here it comes.
I did not want to hit you with this, but whatever.
It sounds to me like they just missed their mama.
31%. Yeah.
Enjoy your nap.
Poor Blade's about to get shot. Yep. I don't like our chances right now with this, but we'll do our best.
Crossbones will just keep throwing Hydra bodies in there until you're exhausted.
One left to go. even stand. I want to hit you. I kind of want to stand like right here. But you're in the way.
Is that all? Leave some for the rest of us. Now I see why so many fear your strength.
Your blade's back.
It's good to be back.
Of them want me. You're probably gonna go for her.
This should help.
I need to keep you alive at least. You're the one doing everything. I mean, I gotta stay alive too. If I go down, we can't do this.
Your time has come.
Oh, good. Can interrogate. Kyoto must have him quickly grab powerful rewards. Watch the count on the enemy to see how many actions it takes before it expires. Okay.
Forever in service.
Well, we did just unlock that, and if it gives a powerful reward, I'm all in for it. Ow.
I've got your back.
Ugh.
This shouldn't take too long.
You had your chance to escape.
I think you got him.
This shall be of great help. No mercy for the servants of Lilith. You are going to talk.
You're gonna tell me what I want to know. That is terrifying. %27 chance. Yes, I'll take those odds.
Even for Hydra.
Next time I won't go easy.
I mean, we might have, whatever. So we might have killed them, but I mean, they're practically falling apart.
Hardly a scratch.
Man, I could use a heal.
I'm Gonzo, responding.
I am not doing so well.
Oh, purging it means that they won't attack me anymore, but I think I gotta deal with one more reinforcement. Be great if it ends it.
We have broken through.
Oh, thank God.
Gonna sound like one of Blade's action movies right now, but go!
Get to the sanctum!
His action movies. Which one does he like?
Mother,
You kept me waiting, child.
I am here now.
Yes. Alone. Always so alone.
Did I miss the party?
You are just in time.
Alone. Yeah, I brought a...
told
post-apocalypse excitement, I guess.
The little sorcerer returns home.
It's like, yeah, I brought a
Can't say I like what
teenage,
you've
or
done with
kind
the
of a
place,
young adult
demon
with me.
Mother or my friend. No matter. Already, the power of the sanctum returns to me. Your days of plundering its secrets end today!
But that was never the plan. Now,
Yes, Mother.
How many holes do you need, Mom?
thick.
No! We're losing her! Maybe she's got the right idea.
Not while there's still a chance to seal that breach and save the sanctum!
Alright, heads up, everyone. I'm wounded. I'll do my best to push them in the holes. Damaging a mystic will disrupt their connection in the summoning. The summoning portal will collapse when all of them have been interrupted. Shit.
Forever in service. I am a wall.
I am a wall.
We are immovable.
Well, this is going to be a pain.
Banner's infernal device has torn through the wards themselves. If we are to have any chance of stopping Lilith, we must interrupt her mystic's ritual and seal that breach. Let me show you the way.
Why couldn't it be something fun? Why is it always got to be a demonic hole? Why can't it be like a magical ice cream truck or something?
Maybe you do not realize the trouble with friend.
Apply bind to someone.
Let's try this. Just what this battle requires.
Will not fall that easily.
They deserve no mercy.
Just like old times.
41%.
By the will of the old god. A moment of preparation.
No more heroism boosts his cards, but I'm like, I gotta hit him with whatever I can throw.
They call forth something from the depths.
For the mother.
Or the mother. I don't know how I feel about this group right now. It's lacking a few things, but we'll see. Is Spider-Man resisting those attacks?
No one will touch you. Mother, protect us.
Try if you want.
Every one of them targeting the same hero. If you taunt, all of them will go.
This should be fun. I'm going for it. Should come in handy. Oh, I don't get mad. I get even. Try this on for size.
The fuck is this schmuck? Get this guy out of here. I didn't even know he was there.
Boy, I hope Hydra follows proper concussion protocols. Here we go again.
That was really something.
Thank you. Yeah, has anyone got anything else I can use? Won't do anything to a man like him. Oh, just spider sense, huh? Well, we'll at least delay it.
Where will you go that she cannot find you?
My own ass. Pushes to you? Damn.
By her command.
Spider-Man not taking damage? Wait, didn't I just delay it? Wasn't that the point of what I did?
We stand with the mother. Mother, protect us.
Spider-Man's not taking damage. What the fuck? Oh, he has thick skin. He gained 3 resist. So he's like really hard to damage.
No, Peter, it is not. Perhaps you and the hunter should retreat to a safe distance while I rectify the situation. I will be...
What? 2 steps behind us? I've seen too many movies to fall for that one. I'm staying.
As am I.
That's the spirit.
Look what my suit can do.
Interesting tactic. Watch and learn, friends.
The mother protects us.
Does your mom protect? Because it looked like she ran away like a bitch. %37%.
The endless search for wealth and power with just a tinge of fascism. Hydra will never change.
How to summon your dogs when you lose at your mystics.
Just wait until it's my turn.
You guys share a single brain?
Well, you still summoned him. I thought it'd be less, but it seems like it's always 3. Ooh, they targeted Spider-Man.
Respond. Anyone. Damn this interference. Not getting through.
The mystic barrier that separates the realms is collapsing. Some technical difficulties are to be expected. I don't know if you can still hear me, Sarah, but if something should happen, please tell Tony not to touch my stuff.
Tell Tony, don't touch anything.
Just the boost I needed. This one's for you. At least you get to travel to new, exciting destinations before you get beat up.
A feeble effort.
Not bad.
And now there's no more Hall.
Not bad.
We don't fear death.
Oh, good. I was feeding you to a hole. Too bad Ghost Rider isn't here. He's a fan of those holes that you can just push people into.
Recruits despite decades of ineptitude.
I will say, Spider-Man's been the, what is it? The MVP of this entire scenario.
Hit my head or something.
This has gone on long enough. We must purge this evil from the sanctum no matter what it takes.
If there was ever a time for you to lose your temper, Doctor, this would be it.
Impressive.
You can thank me later.
Every little bit helps.
There's my obsidian collar. Six to you. Get rid of that schmuck. Could boost my damage. Faithbreaker.
Pain will shake our loyalty.
Yo, that guy moved at a terrible frame rate. And get rid of her. Don't need her anymore. Why is that guy moving at shit frames?
And dizzy all of a sudden.
It's okay, Spider-Man. You had one too many cocktails,
You'll have to do better than that.
he says, dazed.
Things are looking a bit grim.
Yes. Get covered in my gunk.
To mention your mother. Apparently she is promiscuous.
Oh, would you look at that? Seems I have another one.
I'm afraid you might not make it back from this one. Your fate is sealed.
And now suddenly I'm coming in with the plays.
Still be breathing.
Now that I have this, it's only like a little bit of a % chance, but man, having it back to back like that, good times.
Shall we get on with it?
No mercy for the servants of Lilith.
Okay, it's my obsidian collar. I was like, what the fuck?
This won't end well for you.
Doctor Strange does give me an extra card play for the next turn, which is great. Like, I maybe should be using him more because of that little buff.
Welcome assistance.
It is real nice.
You had your chance to escape. As a child, I feared the servants of Lilith. Now I teach them to fear me.
The enemy has the upper hand.
I cannot.
Alright, well, I had my time in the sun. I'm dizzy. We have 4 card plays. God, why didn't Shadow tell me how amazing he was?
I hope this is one of the stronger arms. We did come all the way here for a fight.
This is a bit overkill, but I guess. Do it.
That's the spirit.
Let's just get this over with.
Spider-Man's here to interrogate you. Where'd you put the pizza? Ooh, a gamma coil. Nice. Yeah, watch out for the furniture. Well, I tried to warn him.
Impressive.
We need to pull it together.
Spider-Man, heads up. Never mind.
Hot here.
Spidey senses my ass.
You'll need even greater numbers to defeat me. Let me show you the extent of my power.
A doctor and a powerful wizard. Impressive.
Watch closely. The light shines on the most dutiful. Follow my movement.
We just boosted the attacks. Man, I really should use him more often. I didn't really realize how many buffs he does in card plays. He really is a good, like, extra guy to have around.
Everything according to plan. Lilith herself could not best me. What makes you think you will fare any better?
Oh, this is good.
Good job, team. I was worried, but that worked out great.
Well done, my friends.
Doc, come on, we have to go! Leave if you must. I can hold it.
Like hell you can!
You're telling me I put on this sticky gunk and you couldn't even reclaim it? No.
I don't know what that means, but I'm guessing not good, right?
No. No, it is not.
We're in trouble. The beginning was a little worrying, but the second half actually held pretty well. I'm starting to...
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. That really
Doctor Strange is...
Try adding a few dozen more reallys.
I'm in shock. I didn't expect to lose the sanctum.
Doctor Strange really held his own pretty good there.
Oh, you didn't expect to lose the sanctum? That was my whole life. Ripped open and decimated before my eyes.
We need to have a serious conversation about Lilith. She's much stronger than we anticipated.
We did everything we could, and it still wasn't enough.
Lilith is a pain, for sure. But right now she's hiding behind our boy Bruce, and if he's giving her IT advice, then that's a problem I can do something about.
I failed. How else can I describe it? I failed not just my teammates, but the world.
That's right. You did fail. All of you.
Oh hey, don't sugarcoat it or anything.
But that doesn't mean you lost. And that is an important distinction. This war is far from over. And tomorrow we will rise again. And fight again.
I'm too tired for a hoorah, but the sentiment is there.
I appreciate the inspirational words. We all need it.
I'm sure. Now rest, get some sleep. All of you. The battle will wait until morning.
It will? But Shadow, I lost. I failed them. Jesus. Part 2. The Sleeping Titan. Wolverine? I miss him. Can we have him yet? I really want Wolverine.
I know this is difficult for you, Stephen. But the Sanctum is gone. And we need to plan for what comes next.
What's next? Armageddon has already happened. What's next is hell on Earth. The barrier has been breached. Expect the world to fall, city by city, nation by nation.
I'm not ready to give up. And neither should you.
It's not just losing the sanctum that hurts us. It's also Banner.
We will handle him, as long as he doesn't become the Hulk.
It's his mind that I'm most worried about. That rift charge is just the start of the awful things he could conceive of.
But imagine if we had a Hulk.
It is Lilith's most powerful weapon now.
Then you know what we need to fight back with, right?
I mean, try again.
Tried. Blaze is being impossible unless he gives us the parchment.
Shh. Voices carry. Let us lower ours.
Hunter, where are you? Have you heard everything that's happening?
Yes, I've been fucking involved in it. Anyway, Carol wants to talk.
No.
And we're playing video games again.
Me once again.
This is the life. Kicking it with the legendary Hunter. And kicking said legendary Hunter's ass at a fighting game.
I also enjoy, how do you say, kicking it with you, Carol.
Yeah, there's hope for you yet. I'm just not sure there's hope for you in this game.
Care to find out?
You realize that you'll need to win the next 3 matches to beat me.
Just press that forsaken restart button already.
We're not even. We stopped holding the controllers.
Hunter. You're way too good for that.
Oh, I'm good now, huh?
Yeah, just not at this game.
Oh, I'm good now, huh? Yeah, those moves he has are pretty dang good.
Things don't get more bleak than this.
Really help me out.
Oh, you are gonna love this. Where's Caretaker? This is taking too long.
Borderline suit.
Okay, so that's 2 superhero strongholds Lilith's reduced to rubble, and now she's gone and really pissed me off.
I had one job, protect the sanctum.
So, how's the whole saving the world thing going?
Well, you tell me, Tony. You were just pissed off that we lost 2 places.
I feel like I could automate this process and take myself. These should definitely give you an edge.
Summon 1 light and 1 dark explosive. Apply bind. That's upgraded. Nice. Not removed with damage, negates protection. I will just do this. And we interrogate some people, so we got more coils. Or at least another coil.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Forceful knockback towards Spider-Man.
Ancient Egypt, I'm quitting.
Nice bleed. And we got another one because that's, man, the chance to interrogate him is great.
Sometimes
Consume all bleed on target to deal bonus damage. I really can't build him great. Forceful knockback in any directions. Nearby enemies take 26 damage. Target is targeting extra damage. We'll get Reaper because I'm gonna try to get you to be better at bleed.
See ya, Hunter.
Don't think I'm there. I really don't have anywhere I could put this. This would be good. Get rid of one of my whips, I guess. Just try it without one and set up the field. Okay, so Blade, let's look this over. Not as strong as a quick. I just hate losing quicks because of that. I have block. That's really good against guys with block. So, like, hit or miss. Let's get rid of that. Put this on there. See how it goes trying to do the range. You have a bind. But that might come in handy when we need it. Spider-Man got better spider senses, which I didn't even equip you with because I'm a doofus. Forceful knockback towards him, and then if that one, it's get rid of Thwip. I hate to get rid of Bind. Apply Bind, not remove damage. I don't know. I think that just means you can't, I have no idea. But special delivery and one of the quick kicks away. But web throw. For him. Mist of Radiance now can have bleed if it doesn't kill someone. Knock them out, as the kids say. Money do we have? 229 friendship blueprint critical damage. We really need to get your friendship up at least.
You won't hurt me.
Combat
Time
abilities.
to take it to the next level.
On KO, draw a card.
This will make a difference. Let's give this a try.
Spider-Man. Gain a resist.
Awesome. Can't wait to...
Enhance with 4 and 6 heroism to do more
Not
damage.
Everyone wants my advice, but they're gonna get it either way.
I don't even have that much essence left. Blade's hurt. She's hurt. We'll just do Blade. Not using magic a lot.
Thought it might be nice to get away from the others and not talk for a change.
So we are going to fight again?
Not exactly. You've proven you can handle yourself with a sword, Hunter, but a warrior's greatest weapon is their mind.
Oh dear God, not yoga.
Requires discipline, balance, and control. 3 things I'm hoping you've got in spades. How about we grab a couple of mats and
Right
find
there.
out?
Agatha instructed me in multiple postures from the original sutras themselves. I would be happy to show you a few techniques.
Well, I didn't exactly learn my asanas from the mall, Hunter.
Okay, Blade. Let us do this.
Was hoping you'd say that. Now sit down.
Ever just want to have a
relax,
yoga off with anyone?
empty your mind. Or as Magic likes to say, pretend you're Robbie.
Attacks and heroics have a 10% chance to apply bleed, which is really what he needs so those bleed shit can actually do something.
I heard Strange's spooky funhouse went poof. But look on the bright side. Things can't get any worse.
You never know. Things change.
They don't know how this all ends, huh? Well, if any other houses are gonna explode, we should take out an insurance policy.
I do not think losing your home to Lilith is covered.
He could always build himself another horrifying magic playhouse. I'd kill to live somewhere with an actual bed. The Abbey's the only home you ever had, right?
Correct. I spent my entire life here, and what came after.
So you'd be like Dr. Magic Man if this place went down in flames.
No. Maybe moving on would be good.
Oh, not attached to material things, are we? How modern.
I am just saying that I would make a new home for myself.
Clearly, you're gonna need a roommate. I volunteer. Just don't ask me to pay rent. All my money goes to getting these suits cleaned. I won't say a
I love
peep
the
to
shirt.
Dr. Strange about his house. Don't worry.
Lilith and her minions did a number on New York.
Yes, and New York is just a taste of what is to come if we do not stop her.
I haven't seen the city in such a state since Blade and I tore through Times Square. That was even worse.
What happened between you and Blade?
Do you want the long version?
Cut to the chase. I don't actually have time.
Blade mistook me for someone else and tried to stake me. I broke his little twig in two before breaking him over my knee.
Is that it?
You said you wanted the bullet points. All you really need to know is I won.
Well, since I don't know the lore too well, I'm just going to assume he did.
I can't imagine how Dr. Strange feels right now. I would like to offer my sympathies, but...
You do not wish to disturb him.
I'm sure he'd like to be with his own thoughts.
I think Dr. Strange would appreciate time alone to collect himself before having us approach him.
Thanks for the insight. I understand everyone has their own way
He'll be fine.
For what it is worth, I do not think your concern would count as either of those things.
I hope either way,
Did the X-Men have a similar home?
We do. We've had several close calls, but there's still a place for us to return to.
Nice.
I don't want Steven to think I'm pitying him.
You are offering condolences to a friend who has lost their home. I think that is empathy.
You've got a point. I'll just need to choose my words carefully.
Do not worry. I do that every time I speak.
Sometimes.
Maybe we can workshop something together. I appreciate your help, Hunter.
Sure, happy to help, I guess. Ooh, I do not even want to know what it's going to be like in here.
They actually said end of the world on the news. Any news from the West Coast? Nope. Plenty of hellish threats.
Getting reports of zombies in the sewers.
Vampires in Manhattan? More vampires in Manhattan.
The green sky is growing.
All right. Let's not give in to rumors.
Sorry, Cap. I don't think these are just rumors. The old Spidey sense has been on double red alert since...
We lost the sanctum? Perhaps now you understand why I was so adamant we save it. Think of the sanctum as our world's supernatural ozone layer. When it breaks down, or explodes...
Holes open up. Only in this case, instead of a nasty sunburn, you get demons. Lots of demons.
And his children basked in his light as the temple of the false gods fell.
Oh, what album is that from?
The prophecy. The dark god Cthon readies his return.
Well, does the dark god Cthon own a dude ranch in the Southwest? Because there's a whole lot of something going on out there.
Should, probably tell them.
About?
The carnival. Johnny Blaze and the Quentin Carnival.
No way.
Who exactly is Johnny Blaze?
Sort of a jerk.
Legend. Famous stunt rider, fellow spirit of vengeance,
And keeper of the parchment of power.
The final page of the Darkhold. The missing piece my mother needs to complete the prophecy
Well,
and free Cthon.
right.
When were you gonna tell the rest of us this?
Welcome to our world.
The entire point of a secret guardian is to remain secret.
Yeah? From the look of things, I'd say your little secret is out.
With the barrier gone, our enemies must have been able to detect the pages.
See, and this is why I didn't want Robbie to dress, because, like, what if the other Spirit of Vengeance,
sent to retrieve it?
Johnny, is around? He's probably not a character, but, you know, if he shows up. A new region on the mirror table.
The
Oh,
abbey
great.
feels so lonely without
American
Agatha.
Southwest. Vereen.
Anyone seen Charlie? I need some hellhound cut.
Alright, I want to do one more because I want to get. This is the mission to get Venom.
Unbelievable. There really is nothing.
And then next time we play, we can try to get Wolverine.
Just because there is talk of a slime monster lurking beneath Manhattan does not mean...
Oh, it does. Look, I know Eddie and Venom. They're not what you'd call unsore losers. And we did, kind of bury them under an old bell tower.
Has anyone seen the creature since?
Long gone by the time S.H.I.E.L.D. showed up. They go to ground when you wound their pride. In this case, underground.
Venom on the loose? Licking his wounds?
Now that's a friendly neighborhood problem. So, how about we go solve it?
Do you have a question?
You gotta work on your social cues.
I don't understand. Are you raising your hand because you have an answer or a question? I'm very confused. I don't understand our social cues of any kind. Well, I mean, now I just wear this suit because it's fucking sweet.
Are you worried that Venom will hold a grudge?
I wouldn't say worried. I've come to expect it.
And you still think this is a good idea?
Yeah. Eddie tries to be a savior.
Yes?
I didn't hit A. Why'd you say anything?
He could eat one of us?
See? Could be worse.
No, we could just put symbiote Spider-Man. It won't be anything crazy. It's just him in a black suit, but, I could do that.
We got all the slime in the world. So, where's our slime monster?
Where's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? They'd help.
Vampire. Ah, vampires.
Maybe it's the Downtown Express?
Sounds like a lair.
Sounds like.
Ugh.
And there is your slime monster.
I don't really want blood venom.
Breakfast for dinner, I guess, with a side of vamp over easy.
Not so easy for the vamp.
Oh, gross, Eddie! It's hard to know who to root for in these parasite versus parasite situations.
Parasite?
A demonically possessed symbiote?
With a vampire's bloodlust.
Not good.
Come on, Eddie, don't do this!
They are definitely doing this.
Ah, crap. Eat blood venom to complete the mission. Venom's consumption of vampires has put him into a permanent frenzy. Blood venom symbiote binds can be broken by attacking them with hero abilities. Blood venom won't wait until the enemy turn to launch. Move quickly, so he's always in a state of frenzy. Like it said.
Known that thing would crawl back to the sewers once Lilith had no use for it.
Wrong! We have no use for Lilith! We don't need her!
Tell yourself whatever you have to.
Not to interrupt, but have you really been eating those vampires, Eddie?
The rarest meat of all!
So if you are
I don't know. Something about a symbiote that is like a vampire and bloodthirsty just feels even worse. It already ate people. But like, yikes. It's gonna spit another thing out.
You know, you're pretty good at this.
Hey, little guys.
Play dead!
But instead of eating people, he's just sucking on them until he gets all the blood and whatever he wants out of them. Somehow worse to me.
This is low even for you, Eddie. Moping in the sewers, scarfing down the undead. You're better than this.
Better than Lilith. Better than you.
He's gonna throw me into one of these, isn't he? Nope.
Even spiritual level, you know?
We know your blood. You make us stronger than she ever could.
Honorable knocked into it. Stun anyone. Unit knocked into this.
I'm going for it.
At least we put him in weak form.
You must be pretty brave. I know I wouldn't want to fight us.
That's great, Spider-Man. Kinda need to hit this. There it is. It's not gonna do any damage. Damn it.
Here we go again. Find a new line of work.
Oh God. Sorry. Why bleed? Ah, fuck. That's not good. Wait, what? God, I didn't do anything.
Here we go. Just the boost I needed.
Should have freed myself, but whatever. Ow. Good, Spider-Man. Just resist it. Don't take any damage. Okay, well.
If at first you don't succeed, stop.
Please. I'd prefer if you just stopped.
I never thought I'd miss being chased across the city, but this is really getting gross.
Somehow the smell is even worse down here.
He's not eating roses.
God, I wish he was. Please don't trap me again, you son of a bitch. God, I hate him.
I might actually be stuck.
Yeah, well, he just used my dark shit against me, and I'm vulnerable. This has not been turning into a good fight for me.
This shall be of great help.
We're stronger.
That was even better than I expected.
Well, gross. Bad. Okay.
Did you think that would stop me?
Because it did. It really did stop me. Holy shit. This is really bad. I didn't need that, but... God. Targets ass.
Coming at you.
Now the bleed. Stun removed, but I'm still in horrible pain. This is not good. I guess if you want Venom, you gotta work for it.
Remember the old days, Eddie? We had our differences, but were they really as bad as this?
Good or bad, we have had enough of all of you!
I'm really getting through to him today.
Hey, at least he's responding to us. That's always a positive.
Blade told me to mention your mother. Apparently she is promiscuous.
This one's for you! Alright, I'm feeling it!
Why'd you have to go again? Nope, I am down. That sucks.
As I can.
Ugh.
Just what I needed.
You know what's fun is we're probably gonna have to knock him down again.
Looks like it's up to me. Nothing personal, but I think you're out of your league here.
He's not going great.
Probably best if you stay down.
He's gonna. It's gonna hurt. Why does it gotta hurt?
While I appreciate your attempts to talk him down, I would settle for a knockout.
I'm not sure which is tougher, but we'll get to him either way.
Oh, I didn't mean to do it. It's gonna cost me bleed. Oh, Spider-Man's in trouble.
I'm on it.
He's gonna attack one of us. It's not gonna be good. There was ever a time for, like, a heal move.
Gotta be honest, you didn't leave me much choice. Try this on for size. Should come in handy. Take that.
Well, we used our combat item finally, so gives us lifesteal so Spider-Man could heal.
Now that was something.
Oh, hey, you're gonna attack him, but Spider-Man hit you. Oh, well. Thanks. Piece of shit.
Oh, this should be good. My Greek mythology is a little rusty, but didn't the Hydra originally have 9 heads?
Oh, we're not fighting Hydra. We're fighting fucking vampires and a bloody Venom. Spider-Man's delusional right now. He doesn't know where he is.
Lilith must be desperate if these are her best.
Do it again.
I'm going for it.
He's gonna hit me.
Do this.
Well, at least I kinda did it something. Ew. Why? I'm feeling great.
go again. Hydra didn't train you for this, huh?
Finally.
There was a time when Lilith had the highest of
Yeah,
standards.
of course you're
for her
frenzied.
minions.
I'm really sick of this. Yo, where's mine?
I cannot seem to pierce it.
Really want my bind ability to come back. I'm not touching you. Ow, the fucking bleed. It hurts. It hurts so much. Is this my blood?
I like our chances.
Still not quite on board with our chances. I'm gonna bleed again, aren't I?
Ooh, that
Yep.
really looked like it hurt.
Oh, this is gonna...
You have earned this.
Why? You don't have to frenzy. Yeah, well, I deserve it.
You will regret ever facing me.
I don't think he cares. Man, do I wish I could, stun you.
I'm afraid you might not make it back from this one. Let us see if they have
Keep somehow forgetting. Like, I know he's gonna do it and stuff. I don't know why I didn't think of free card. We're in trouble.
Take that. This should help.
Ow, to bleed.
Guess we're not done. I'm not doing so great here.
None of us are.
At least you get to take a nap.
I had to do it just to get rid of me out of that, because if I did the other attack, he's just gonna hit me.
Boy, I hope Hydra follows
Hoping
proper
he doesn't
concussion
kill
protocols.
both of us. God, I don't know how you're hanging on, Spider-Man. Never mind.
Our team is falling apart. You were too weak for this.
He was
fight.
not weak.
Demon energy from every pore. Don't lose it, pal. Either of you. He is lost. One mercy remains.
Ah, yes. The elimination of one tormented soul for the good of many. Oh, but humans do love a moral
Oh,
dilemma.
God.
The umami of an otherwise flavorless existence.
Mephisto. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Nice mullet. Go to hell.
There's nowhere I would rather be, but I've come on business. So let's make a deal.
Is this one of those fiddle at the crossroads scenarios, or no deal?
My terms are as follows. I spare venom. I cure the symbiote of Lilith's demonic touch. I end the blood fever he's given himself, gorging on curdled vampire bile. I retch a little thinking of it.
I said, no deal.
All this, and I ask but one inconsequential thing in return. Stop the vampire uprising. The undead are bad for business.
So you cure Eddie and we keep doing what we've been doing?
Yes. Wipe them out. Remove every trace of their foul scourge from the earth. Then I will cure this pathetic creature forever.
For the last time, no. Hold up. Give me the fine print.
Nothing much. The usual. If you should fail, you'll discover something far more threatening than the undead, namely yours truly, etc., immortal soul, yada yada.
This is a bad idea. This or he dies? We don't have much of a choice. I'm in.
Good. Just sign there and there. You may feel a little stink.
And not the best idea.
Bad food. We will destroy you, bad food.
Go get him, Ed. We should follow.
You do have a vampire war to wage. Oh, and Peter, I'll see you around.
How did he know my...
Oh boy, Spider-Man. Making deals with demons, devils, or whatever. But hey, we got Venom.
Of all the surprises we've had so far, that was one of the...
Venom's offense is increased for each point of Ravenous, and he starts to encounter with the max amount of Ravenous. One Ravenous is consumed when Venom uses an attacker, but one will also be regenerated at the start of every turn. Plan to use his abilities carefully to maximize it. Don't go on an onslaught with him right off the rip.
He didn't threaten to eat you. That is progress.
Try this on for size. You guys are really gonna get hurt if you're not careful.
Look, Shadow, we have Venom now.
We barely touched them.
Everything will be okay.
I'm on it.
That one? Why does that look weird? Yay. I mean, at this point, I don't think I'm going to complain about having more utilities and teammates to work with.
This one's for you. At least you get to travel to new, exciting destinations before you get beat up. Looks like it's up to me. Coming at you.
Yeah, I kind of figured my next card was going to cause it to happen, but it was now or next turn. I should have waited for next turn, but at least it's dead now.
Not to brag, but that's doing pretty good right now. Here we go again.
I don't know what that means. Oh, he got his heroism back.
I'm on it.
I don't know how that reached. That made no sense. I mean, I always think Venom and all that, the idea of Venom and stuff is cool. So, his starting cards are interesting, but I can't wait to see what he could get later. You know, if we can win, kind of get my ass slapped around.
This is the worst headache Eddie ever had. We
I've kind of missed it.
It's your fault Lilith got in our head.
Is that really what you think? I never wanted that. I was trying to keep you from eating my neighbors.
Following us, stopping us, leaving us hungry.
Make me feel so lonely.
And he has a lifesteal on some attacks. That's already a plus.
Go to sleep. A quick bite.
I think that's how you bite someone. I'm down, but Spider-Man and Venom are kicking ass.
Is this a good use of our strength?
All right, I already used my revive earlier. This is still the same mission, because I'm like, why am I not getting a revive?
Maybe put some ice on that. You'll feel better.
Prepare to die. Much appreciated.
It's not worth it. I wanted him to get the kill, but we'll just let Spider-Man do it. They didn't even need me.
Ooh, that really looked like it hurt.
I helped a little bit early on, but it was all Spider-Man and Venom.
And not a moment too soon.
Ugh.
Is that Eddie?
Dude, he's like jacked like Wolverine.
You are the man in the monster.
Something like that.
So, you okay, Eddie?
Blood! It's kidding, little joke. No, I come in peace.
Also looks like Duke Nukem.
Really? New kids got to get in on this too? Hey, by the way, you're killing it out there. Respect.
Thank you. Not my first vampire war.
Eddie, are you yourself again?
Well, you mean, are we ourselves? Yeah, Lilith. She made us a monster. We did awful things. You know that's not who we are, right?
Of course.
So I'm sitting here, well, in there, and thinking, I saw what you did for me. So, how about we put aside all our, personal stuff?
Okay.
No, not forever. Just until this whole messed up vampire situation is figured out. Till all the innocent people are safe. I mean, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah. I don't know.
Works for me.
Shake on it. Oh. Wait a sec.
Ugh.
Put her there, partner.
I'm there, partner.
Welcome to the Midnight Suns?
Does he look like a shitty Duke Nukem? Venom. Venom is back. Dude, now I'm just excited to have Venom in the party because I can't imagine the cards he might get. He's a little bit tough, though, because you got to deal with that Ravenous thing, but you use it correctly, it'll be great.
You guys really put the home in home base. This is an impressive setup.
I hope the accommodations are better than what my mother provided.
Your mother gave me a lot of stuff. Most of it was grief. Thanks again for what you did for me. As if my past wasn't complicated enough, your mother added a fresh pile of regrets.
You are part of a much larger battle. I am glad to have you on our side.
And I'm glad I'm on the side that lets me control my own body.
Can I trust you to work with Peter?
Look, Parker and I have a complicated history, but it's water under the bridge. Oh, well, I guess we're still building that bridge. But we have bigger fish to fry. From the bridge.
Yeah, I get it.
But enough about us. Can you trust me after everything that happened? I mean, I kept trying to eat you.
After 300 years, I am not that appetizing.
Wow, yeah. Probably for the best we never found out. So, now that we've cleared the air, I'm a little worried about the deal we made with the devil. That's the first time I've meant it literally.
I agree with you, but Peter made his decision. Our plan was to stop the new breed vampires. Now we can do so with your help.
Maybe. I can't shake the feeling that he traded the devil we know for the devil we... well, for another devil we know. Why are there so many devils?
If the world ends, we shall never know.
I'm glad you sound confident. The symbiote and I are on the fence. No offense, but I hear there's a gym here, and I'm itching to check it out.
Dude, you're already
To do
fucking
that.
ripped.
Unless you need something else?
No, you're fine for now. I'll ask you the questions
Alright.
later.
Peter, are you all right?
Why? Because one of my ex-nemesis now lives in the same building? Do I not look okay? I'm thinking calming thoughts.
You seem very relaxed.
Okay, good.
Which is surprising, because when you sleep tonight, all that separates you from one of your greatest nemesis is a 500-year-old wooden door.
And now I'm anxious.
If it is an issue, we can find him alternative lodging. Perhaps in Limbo?
No. I think this could be a good bonding experience for Eddie and me. Sure, I didn't exactly bond with the symbiote, but you know what I mean.
I will take your word for it.
Anyway, that's not the only reason I'm on edge. Back in the sewer, Mephisto called me by my name. Is that something I need to worry about?
When you sign a contract with Mephisto, it is said he learns all your secrets.
So I should have read the fine print?
It was likely too small for you to see.
Well, it does not surprise me that the devil is a data miner. I wonder if he's behind NFTs.
I don't know, probably. Wouldn't be shocked.
Anything else?
What does S.H.I.E.L.D. know about Mephisto?
What does an international espionage agency know about the actual devil?
Yes?
Not very much.
That is alarming.
Look, if Satan had a nuke, I could hand you a dossier thicker than your head. but he doesn't, so... Frankly, I should be asking you. What can you tell me about Mephisto?
Well, I just don't like his name because it sounds like he saved Fisto.
He is the actual devil.
Which is more than what S.H.I.E.L.D. will ever admit to knowing about Mephisto.
Thanks.
Sure thing.
Oh god, this book club meeting.
Did you read today's book?
Of course, but you'll get nothing out of me until the meeting.
Oh god, I gotta do book club.
Time for book.
Yeah, let's get book
Me
club
either.
done so I can go to bed. It's already late. Past my bedtime because Shadow hasn't yelled at me. The game's too fun.
I like this book, but I can't explain why. Maybe I'll figure it out as we discuss it.
I should not be this nervous about what you all thought of the book. Even the best translations from Kree lose subtext.
I don't even know what it's about.
Everyone's in a... I'm good if you are.
I am ready.
Carol, this was your book, so you can start.
I'll throw it back to you. What did you think of the book?
I had a rough time with it.
You didn't like it?
Didn't say that. At first, I spent more time referencing the glossary than reading the book.
Sounds familiar. What changed?
I noticed a kind of rhythm to the words. I began to see them as lyrics to a song. All that dry talk faded, and it finally came together. The lyrics made it feel much bigger than a chapter on Kree farming implements.
I lost track of time, yeah. And I've just been trying to recruit more people to the team because, there's not that many left in this game. Like, we grabbed all the DLC characters, I think. This is what we have. Blade, Captain America, Marvel, Deadpool, Doctor Strange, Ghost Rider, Iron Man, Magic, Morbius, Nico, Spider-Man, Storm, and Venom. So we have one. I think we only have 3 more people to recruit, and then we will have our team, and then I can kind of mix and match more to figure out who I want. At least judging by this. I kind of wish that we could have more. But, that's just the greedy part of me / the, like, playing, like, Marvel Ultimate Alliance and wanting, like, all the characters on your team. But I understand not going too crazy because that'd be a lot of cards and a lot of shit to mix and match.
Exactly. This book was about much more than farming.
Exactly. The rhythm to it helped paint a bigger picture. Once I caught on, I kept reading and didn't rely on the glossary. I picked everything up from context. That's when I realized none of this was about farming. I'm surprised how much stuck with me, despite some concepts being legit alien to me.
Agreed. For me, the rhythm wasn't lyrics. It was more like the book was written to a cadence.
That's why I had you read it on your Spark. The mnemonic lexicon won't work with a hard copy.
The what now?
An ancient Kree technique. It helps you remember texts that would otherwise be considered... There's no Kree word for stuffy, but essentially that. But all that's packaging. Let's get into the book itself. Hunter, did you figure out what the bloom and the harvest represent?
I don't know. I didn't read the fucking book.
The bloom is poorly defended territory behind enemy lines. The harvest is when you strike that territory and then fade away.
That's an important aspect, but it's more than just an attack strategy. It's about what comes
Oh,
after.
my frames are dropping.
At the time of the book's writing, the Kree cared most about integrating captured territory while still expanding their empire. Conquered worlds came with people. Rather than treat them as prisoners, the Kree provided them with most benefits enjoyed by Kree citizens. This period is known as the cultivation.
So
I
the
can't pause
bloom
this
was
at all,
when
huh?
they gained full citizenship under their conquerors.
No, it's when the world requested it. As long as they could feed themselves with Kree farming techniques and defend their world with Kree defenses, the request was granted with few exceptions.
So what's the harvest?
As part of the service required by the Empire, many of these new citizens began the cultivation of freshly conquered worlds.
So they were living examples.
Show
the newly conquered what they could achieve if they went along with the Empire.
That's also how vampires work.
Carol, I think I pieced together the Kree strategy.
Do tell.
It's all tied to agriculture. Every soldier knows you can't fight if you can't eat, but they applied this to their expansion. Till the field, sow the seed, pull the weed, reap the crop. It means the Kree wouldn't advance until the territory they took was secure and productive.
You really not let me stream? I'm like not even on anymore. Sorry, YouTube. Give me one moment. All right, YouTube. I think I got to reset my OBS, and I'm not good with the recording bullshit. So with like editing, and this is like 3 hours already. But you know, book club. We're gonna just have a good time. But let me see if I can't fix this, then this is where the video will just end. No, I got it working. Just waiting for me to go live again. Because whatever server I got connected to on OBS, it happens every time at this point. I don't know if it's an OBS or a server thing. Like, whatever server I am just shuts down or dies. Or if it's my internet just saying reset time. Kind of annoying. So I didn't really hear what was fucking being said because I was trying to fix it quickly.
To their enemies, the Kree advance would seem steady and inevitable.
That's what I think. Expand too fast and you overextend yourself. I saw that happen in Operation Market Garden. But the Kree expansion had momentum. They could afford to push harder because their whole weight was behind the advance. Unless a world could push just as hard, it would eventually fall under Kree control. Carol, how was that?
Close enough to impress me. The strategy in Volume 32 wasn't perfect, but it worked out for the Kree far more often than it failed.
What happened when it failed?
That's covered in Volume 33.
And that's book club. Steve, you're up next. What's your book?
The Mantle of Authority by General Chester Phillips.
Is this the one you keep saying I should read?
The very same. Now you have to. It's book club.
Now you can read my book, book club.
I hope you enjoy the book.
Why do you say that?
It's about people who weren't around until after your death. But I'm sure you'll figure out the context.
So, why choose this book?
Volume 30 was way too spicy for this crowd.
Go on.
Go on.
I'm kidding. It's relevant to what we're facing today. Hydra, the Lilin, your mom, they seem to have the upper hand all over the world.
Sure. But I want to hear more about that spicy book.
I guarantee you don't. Ancient Kree takes on population husbandry are, let's call it, mechanically quaint.
Right, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how spicy?
-5. Ration paste bland, apartment wall vanilla, hotel art banal, even the diagrams are boring.
How so?
It's all geometric shapes. Until I realized they were representational, I was extremely confused about Kree biology. Let's just say that I can never look at an octagon the way I used to.
Oh.
Okay, just between us, Carol's book was extremely weird, right?
Well, I learned a thing or two.
What, how to grow turnips on the moon?
That is harsh.
I didn't think it was that bad. But interstellar agriculture as a metaphor for planetary conquest, not what I expected.
You should be honest with Carol.
I'm always honest with Carol. But if I tell her it was a weird book, I'll sound like I don't know much about
But if
her
you
adopted
lie,
culture.
you're just a liar.
And how is that bad? You do not know, so this is the perfect opportunity to ask.
Good point. All right, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hunter.
Create conversation. Yeah, time to go. Book club. I'll recover 39 health. Sure. And he vanished.
You're bad.
Thanks.
Hunter, hello.
Hi. Bring it on. Put on the better. Bring it on.
I am
So,
glad to have Venom.
I have Venom on our team.
Eddie, I could do without.
Anti-Venom. Oh, cool. You can actually put him in Fallen Venom attire if you wanted. I don't know much about Anti-Venom. Oh, God. He's like the fucking, like a gross Hulk. I'm weird, though. I kind of dig just OG Venom. No, I just like it. You know, if we take Spider-Man out with him, they could be like twins. Could be like his own unique symbiote. Blue, red, white with the eyes.
Do you think Eddie would let me take a selfie with my head in Venom's mouth? Oh, never mind. I'm sure it'll happen naturally.
It probably will.